recently, Taylor Swift dropped her new album, and everyone is talking about it. Literally, it's died down now, because it's been about a week at this point, but recently the entire internet's talking about it. Everyone, mostly negatively. Okay, maybe that's a little bit harsh, but a lot of people have some really mean things to say about this album. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, honestly. Look, I'm a rock guy. I'm a huge emo fan. I don't like Taylor Swift. I didn't listen to it, admittedly. I read the lyrics and I listened to a piece of the song Wood. I did not like it. I didn't. I also heard Fate of Ophelia. I just don't like it. Mostly, just not my type of music, but the lyrics. Okay, a few nights ago, I read the lyrics for the first time, and I'm going to show you footage of that now. Alright, let's read some new lyrics from Taylor Swift's album. Okay, so I'm already in the process of reading her first one. I don't want to listen to it, because honestly, I'm just not into that kind of music, but I heard the lyrics are horrible. It seems like the first song doesn't really have anything interesting. So that was Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor. Babe, I'd trade the car here for someone to trust. Just kidding. We hit the best booth at Musso in What the fuck does this mean? They say I'm bad news, I just say things, and you look at me like you're hypnotized, and I think you know why. I'd cry my eyes violet, Elizabeth Taylor. Tell me for real, do you think it's forever? Been number one, but I never had to. Okay, can I say something? I almost misread. I almost misread. You're only as high as your last hit, as you're only as high as your last shit. I'm just expecting the worst. This song isn't really interesting. Whoa, okay. I'm sorry, Genius just pulled me down like those arms from Paper Mario. Opalite. I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. Oh my gosh. Man, I was looking for some interesting stuff, and so far it isn't too bad. Okay, this is just a storm inside teacup. I like that. I really like that. Father figure. When I found you, you were young, wayward, lost in the cold. Pulled up to you in the Jag, turned your rags into gold. The winding road leads to the chateau. You remind me of a younger me. I saw potential. I'll be your father figure. I drank that brown liquor. This will be about an abusive father. I can make deals with the devil because my dick's bigger. Look, I knew we were going to have a doozy. I saw it coming. I definitely saw it coming. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. Is this about Bill Clinton? Or Woody Allen? Or Epstein? I'll be your father figure. I drink that brown liquor. I'm not even going to read that again. This love is pure profit. Just step into my office. They'll know your name in the streets. I keep seeing this. You made a deal with the devil. Turns out my dick's bigger. Mistake my kindness for weakness and find your card canceled. This is just fucked up. Wrong trigger. Okay, I cannot even. What is this about? Anything specific? This feels so specific. Father figure interpolates George Michael's 1988 hit, the same name. I don't know who George Michael is, but I think if he knew that his song was going to turn into this, he probably would have scrapped it. Swift's interpolation comes after Michael's track was featured in the 2024 film Baby Girl, leading to a resurgence of the iconic song on streaming services and TikTok. The George Michael music video shows a cab driver's tumultuous relationships with a fashion model similar to a showgirl. The model in the video played by Tanya Coleridge, whose iconic bob cut likely inspired the cover artwork for Life of Showgirl, which I cannot show because YouTube is a bitch. Yeah, songs about power dynamics and exploitation. Yeah, I think we know that. Many have speculated as commentary on her own past experiences as executives like Scott Borchetta. Eldest daughter. Everyone's so punk on the internet. Everyone's unbothered till they're not. Every joke's just trolling in memes. Okay, bitch, you don't got no place to talk. Aren't you the one who made the entire album about being so edgy and ooh, the old Taylor's dead? Everyone's cutthroat in the comments. Yeah, I've been dying just from trying to seem cool, but I'm not a bad bitch. This isn't savage. Who's used the word savage in a decade? So many traitors, smooth operators. But I'm never gonna break that vow. I'm never gonna leave you now. You know, the last time I laughed this hard was reading these lyrics, but last time she laughed this hard was on the trampoline in someone's backyard. I must have been about 8 or 9. What is this? That was the night I fell off and broke my arm. Pretty soon, I learned cautious discretion when your first crush crushes something kind. When I said I don't believe in marriage, that was a lie. Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter. Oh my god. So we dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. You drive 85. Okay? When I first read that, I thought it meant the driver was 85 years old, and you know how that is. Shiny wood floors underneath my feet. Disco ball makes everything look cheap. Have fun. It's a prom song. Yeah, it's a high school prom song. That makes sense. I actually went to my first prom recently. Something tells me this song's not going to be very relatable, but that's probably just a me thing. Over his shoulder, I catch a glimpse and see you looking at me. And it was not an invitation to what? But as the 50 Cent song played, should have kissed you anyway. Don't make it awkward in second period. Might piss your ex off. Lately we've been good. Staying friends is safe doesn't mean you should. This is a 35-year-old woman, and she's still writing about prom after 12 albums. When I left school, I lost track of you. Abigail called me with the bad news. Goodbye, and we'll never know why. It was not an invitation, but I flew home anyway with so much left to say. It was not convenient, no, but I whispered at the grave. Should have kissed you anyway. My advice is to always ruin the friendship. Better that than regret it for all time. Should have kissed you anyway. And my advice is to always answer a question better than to ask it all your life. Should have kissed you anyway. Okay, next song. Again, I don't plan to listen to this. I'm just reading the lyrics. Who knows? She might have some of the boppiest upbeat beats ever. These lyrics, though, actually romantic. I heard you call me boring Barbie. That is actually, I might remember that. That's actually quite the burn. When the cokes got you brave. High-fived my ex and then you said you're glad he ghosted me. Wrote a song saying it makes you sick to see my face. This is definitely targeted towards someone. But it's actually sweet all the time you've spent on me. It's honestly wild all the effort you've put in. It's actually romantic. I really gotta hand it to you. No man's ever loved me like you do. Is this oh, you must really like me if you take all this effort to hating me. If they're bullying you, it just means they like you. Okay, whatever, bitch. Hadn't thought of you in a long time, but you keep sending me funny valentines. And I know you think it comes off as vicious, but it's precious adorable, like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts. I'm still reeling from that water. How many times has your boyfriend said, "Why are you always talking about her?" It's actually sweet all the time you spent on me. You think I'm tacky, baby. Stop talking dirty to me. It sounded nasty, but it feels like you're flirting with me. I mind my business. God's my witness that I don't provoke it. It's kind of making me wet. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. This you ain't bad. Alright? Because it's actually sweet. Taylor Swift, you ain't bad. Okay, you're not savage, as the kids say. If you catch my drift. It's actually romantic. You just give me so much attention. It's actually romantic, so shoo-wop-bop romantic. That's how I imagine that's said, but it's probably not. Wish list with $2. They want that yacht life under chopper blades. You ain't little yachty, okay? They want those bright lights and Balenci shades. And fat A with a baby face. I do not want my objects of affection to have baby faces. If I could, thank you. I want you, huh? Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you. They want freedom, living off the grid. They want those 3 dogs that they call their kids. Damn, Tay-Tay, oh my god. And that good surf, no hypocrites. What the hell? They want it all. They want a contract with Real Madrid. What are you talking about? They want that spring break that was fucking lit. It was fucking lit. We tell the world to leave us the fuck alone, and they do. They got me dreaming about a driveway with a... Has my brain just been fried? Do I listen to so much emo and theatercore music that I am now just alienated to real writing? Okay? Because this girl is like half of the world's obsessed with her. And then I'm over here like, what the hell is this? I mean, AJR's got nothing on her. Alright? Say what you will, they ain't got nothing on her. Okay. I made wishes on all the stars. That's a lot of wishes. Please, God, bring me the best friend who I think is hot. I just want you, huh? Baby, have a couple kids out the whole block looking like... Okay, I just read that line again. Taylor Swift, please do not imply that your song is about incest. Please and thank you. Okay, then they just repeat a bunch of the other lyrics. Would. Written by Max Martin. Because of course it was. Daisy... I know exactly what this is gonna be. Daisy's bare naked, I was distraught. He loves me not, he loves me not. Penny's unlucky, I took him back. Then he stepped on a crack, and the black cat laughed. Okay, I do like that, though. I like those last two. I could have been used better in different songs. No. Hell yeah. Like a bad side is all good. I ain't gotta knock on wood. Please don't be what I think it is. All that bitchin' wishing on a falling star never did me any good. I ain't got to knock on wood. It's you and me forever, dancing in the dark. All over me, it's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood. Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Ah-matized and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs. His love was the key that opened my thighs. No. Girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet. I know a hard rock is on the way. And The curse on me was broken by your magic wand. New heights of manhood. I ain't got a knock on wood. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with that shit. Cancelled. This is gonna be good. Thought it'd be okay at first. The situation could be saved, of course. But they'd already picked out your grave and hearse. But where... What? But where the wrath? But where the wrath of the masked crusaders? Did you girl boss too close to the sun? Did they catch you having far too much fun? Do I even need to read the rest of this? Did you make a joke only a man could? Were you just too smug for your own good? Yes. Did you bring a tiny violin to a knife fight? The world's smallest violin. I'm sorry, that's an actually good song. Baby, that all ends tonight. Good thing I like my friends canceled. Blah blah blah, just same shit. Good thing I like my friends canceled. I salute you if you're much too much to handle. Like, that's a very awkward way of phrasing that. Now they've broken you like they've broken me, but a shattered glass is a lot more sharp. Okay, why? I'm just ready for this to be over. Honey. You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want. Okay. When anyone called me sweetheart, it was passive-aggressive at the bar. And the baby still didn't back off. Because her man had looked at me wrong. If anyone called me honey, it was standing in the bathroom, white teeth. They were saying that skirt don't fit me. And I cried the whole time. Summertime sprigs, pink skies. I'm just ready to be done with this. This is just crazy. If you could be my forever nightstand. So marriage? Alright, that one really didn't have that much to it. Okay, the final track is The Life of a Showgirl featuring Sabrina Carpenter. Honestly, I used to not like Sabrina Carpenter, but honestly, she's kind of grown on me, because I do like her instrumentals, but her lyrics are just as crazy as these. Her name was Kitty, made her money being pretty and witty. They gave her the keys to this city. Then they said she didn't do it legitly. Oh, I bought a ticket. She's dancing in her garters and fishnets. 50 in the cast, 0 missteps. Looking back, I guess it was Kismet? What the hell was a Kismet? She was a menace, the baby of the family in Lennox. Father whored around all men, like all men did. Her mother took pills and played tennis. Okay, fair enough. Tonight's... They leave us for dead. Okay, most of these aren't that interesting, but I see, do you want to take a skate on the ice inside my veins? Honestly, there are some, hidden gems of lyrics in here. There's so much crazy stuff. Alright, that was the end of the album. Oh my gosh. That was, well, not the album, honestly. Okay, all I did was read the lyrics. I might have to listen to a couple of these tomorrow, because again, maybe these are some of the best, instrumentals I've ever heard. Maybe they're, revolutionary, but the lyrics are just no. Honestly, Taylor, I used to hate Taylor way more than I do now, but she's just so washed out. Man, it's not even funny, it's sad. So as you can tell, I was not impressed with the lyrical qualities of this album. But there are also a few things that happened around this album's release that sort of boil my blood, if you know what I mean. So, first things first, you know how Taylor Swift fans are. They are rabid. If you dare disrespect Her Majesty, then get ready to be flooded with death threats. Alright? That's how crazy this is. For this new album, no one was doing that. Swifties were disappointed in this thing. Do you know how bad you have to be? Swifties have consumed the same shit, bought all the releases, all the memorabilia, everything. So for them to be disillusioned, that is not good. Another thing I wanted to bring up in regards... Damn it. Another thing I wanted to bring up in regards to this album is the amount of versions. Look, I'm going to show you this album. At the time I'm recording this album came out around a week ago, I'd say. You know how many versions there are? 41 versions. 41. There was 35 when I was looking at it the other day when I was reading the lyrics. But now there are 41 versions of this thing. And they're not even, like, let me show you something. Okay, I'm gonna go to one of my other favorite artists, Panic at the Disco. I'm gonna show you them. Okay, let's look at this. A Fever You Can't Sweat Out has 41 versions, coincidentally. And that came out 20 years ago. In comparison to this album that is a week old and has 41 versions. Okay, now let's go look at the variations. You got CDs, cassettes, records, CDRs, box sets, unofficials for Fever You Can't Sweat Out. Let's go to Taylor Swift's. What we got? Of course, we do have CDs and LPs. The LP, the limited edition, the golden, yellow, metallic of orange and red splatter edition, the lovely bouquet golden edition, the baby that show business edition, the summertime spritz edition, the pearlescent cream with splatter edition, under bright lights pearlescent edition, the tiny bubbles in champagne edition. What is this? Like, that's what she's doing. She's greedy. She's nickel and diming the Swifties who she knows will buy all the releases. There are people out there who buy all of this. And they won't question it. But they have. And you know what else makes me mad? She was doing an interview where she was asked if there would be a sort of deluxe edition with extra tracks. She said no. A little bit after that, she released a new version with acoustic versions of a couple of the other songs along with the original voice memos. So she's straight up lying now. It's just so ridiculous. And keep in mind, once again, this is 7 weeks. Imagine how many there will be in the coming days. I was looking at Tortured Poets. Tortured Poets ended up with 82 versions. And she's always been doing this. Her original album from 2006 has 61 versions. She's always been doing this. And then there's the copyright situation. So for anyone who doesn't know, recently Penguin Z0, Critical, Moist Critical, Big Moist, released a commentary on the album, sort of, criticizing it, talking about what's going on around it. And at one point, he read out the lyrics to Wood, and you know what happened? He got hit with a copyright strike and had monetization turned off on the video because he read out the lyrics. That is ludicrous. If you look at the report, because he put it in the thumbnail, it lists it as melody. And I know you can get copyrighted for making cover songs for that reason, but he didn't sing it. He read it. You can't copyright that. Now, he did refute the claim, and he did get it turned back on. But the fact that was able to go through in the first place is ridiculous. And obviously, this isn't exclusive to Taylor Swift, but I'm not surprised that someone as greedy as her would engage in this. And now here's something. Now, this next part isn't Taylor's fault, but this did make me a little mad. I was going on live with a showgirl. Discogs, someone on Discogs had the audacity to label this as alternative pop. Now, I'm going to let my pretentious side come out real quick. I'm going to look y'all, and I'm letting glasses off. That's how serious this is. When I think alternative pop, I think it's still pop, but it's still different. They put, maybe the writing's a little quirky. Maybe they use unconventional instruments, techniques, like AJR, Charlie XCX. There is nothing alternative about Taylor fucking Swift. Nothing. She's the most mainstream artist ever. How could... I might have to go in and make a submission to take that genre off, honestly. That pissed me off. And I know it makes me sound so pretentious, but it did. And I just don't understand why she went in this direction. Like with Tortured Poets, which came out a couple years, about 1 year ago, that was like, even people who didn't like her had to admit that was a good album. Is it a good album? Haven't listened to it. I don't know. But that was like a big game changer for her. So why is she now backtracking all that and doing this? My theory is that... my theory, and a lot of other people's, is that with Sabrina Carpenter recently blowing up from her really flamboyant, provocative, older style pop music, Taylor Swift is now trying to capitalize on that and copy her. Hell, she even featured Sabrina on the final track. Life of a Showgirl featuring Sabrina Carpenter. I would say I was disappointed, but I wasn't a fan, so I can't be disappointed. I was talking to my economics teacher, who's a Swift fan. She said she was disappointed. She's very nice, but she said she was disappointed in it as well. But, gosh dang, man. I guess that's all I have to say. This has been Panic Attack with No Pants News. See y'all soon. Bye-bye.